Okay, welcome back. Last time we challenged Byron at the Canalife City Gym, then went to Iron Island, where we caught a Shelgon and were given a second Pokemon egg, which is this one. And basically, I accidentally hit speed up there for no valid reason. And basically we managed to get through without losing anyone. However, because I didn't bring Wizpig with me, unfortunately that does mean it's fallen a little behind on levels, which means it's going to be taking the lead for this episode. And we are 6 levels, counting 6, we are 6 levels away from getting Psychic. So fortunately Psychic falls right on the level cap for the next gym. Which is a little bit inconvenient actually, because after the next gym I have like all of the Team Galactic stuff, and all of the stuff on the way to and including Sunny Shore City before my final level cap. Okay, so we're going to head on over to the library. This library contains a whole bunch of books. Most of them don't. Most of them are just like, it's a book. And, you know, like some kind of old ones that have been read by a whole bunch of people. And then there's a few that are about legends of the Sinnoh region that I assume, like, date back to Hisui and Legends Arceus. And basically, our rival now just tries to leave, you know, however... No, rival, you're an important story character, so you've got to be here. So, Professor Rowan studies the evolution of Pokemon, and tries to figure out, so why do some Pokemon and don't? Are some closer to, like, full maturity as beings? Like, why don't legendaries evolve? Are they just complete creatures that have reached, like, the highest form of evolution, basically? And there's 3 lakes, and he wants us to go get data on them. Pretty much, Dawn is going to be sent to Lake Verity, our rival's going to be sent to Lake Acuity, and I'm going to be sent to Lake Valor. Also, 10 out of 10, that's... I just skipped past it, but there's Professor Rowan explaining, hey rival, you didn't get a Pokedex because you ran out of the lab so fast. Okay. So basically, Mesprit is the one for Lake Verity, Zelf is the one for Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity is the one for Uxie. And, well, away we go. I do like how this is just like, well, that leaves you with Lake Valor. It's between Veilstone and Pastoria. And then an explosion happens. Which leads me to a couple of questions. Like, at this point, Team Galactic have set off 2 massive explosions in a pretty close area in, like, a very short period of time. How has no one been arrested? No suspects or anything? And no one even seems to, like, mention it. Like, the people in this building mention it, but otherwise, I don't think anyone mentions it. It's like, if that actually happened, people would be terrified. Like, rightfully so, because, you know, I wouldn't want to be that close to an explosion. Especially 2 of them. And also, like, I get that in a world where... I get in a world where things can just, like, breathe fire, shoot lightning, and just cause, like, tidal waves and earthquakes, and, like, pretty much at will. Like, still, surely someone must be weirded out by this. Everyone just keeps going like nothing's happened. Okay, so, pretty much, our rival has now headed on over to Lake our rival is on his way to Lake Acuity, and Professor Rowan and Dawn say, yeah, we'll head to Lake Verity, and once we check it, I can make sure everything's okay there, we'll come and help you at Lake Valor. This is a lie, because we will be done at Lake Valor and coming to help them at Lake Verity. And also, this is going to be where we meet the final commander of Team Galactic, who is also kind of cool. Okay, so... well, we just want to quickly go down this route. I went this way instead of the Pastoria way, mostly just because I could dodge a little bit more grass. Either way, I still have to go through a couple of patches. And knowing my luck, I will run into something. 10 out of 10, I actually didn't run into something. My luck went well for once. Also, I wish you could battle this trainer, because they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna roll in at Lake Verity and no one's gonna stop us because Twin Leaf Town's the only people there. It's like, let me fight them. Let me fight this person. Also, this person has 0 chill. They're just, like, they see you and they're just like, hey, you want to join the Magikarp playing in the mud? It's like, no, I do not. No, I do not. Random Team Galactic grunt. And they have a Gliscor, so that's scary. I know I said this is going to be a Grumpig episode, but I lied, because we are swapping out immediately. Okay, it U-turns out. Mr. Mime? Mr. Mime is... yeah, that's too much damage. Do I outspeed now? I outspeed. Okay, yeah, I'm safe now. Because Gliscor should not be able to take a surf. Not with a 4-level gap as well. Super effective stab. There we go. There goes Gliscor. 10 out of 10. Galactic Grunt defeated. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you did. They already found a sunken island under the lake. Because, well, there is an island under the lake, which is where Mesprit... Zelf. It's where Zelf hangs out. The one at Lake Verity is where Mesprit hangs out, and the one at Lake Acuity is where Uxie hangs out. Okay, also, 10 out of 10, that person being very... that person clearly not understanding the value and strength of Pokemon. It's like, yeah, Magikarp kinda sucks, but Gyarados, though? Gyarados, though. Like, Gyarados is kind of ludicrously good. Oh, also, like, how do they manage this? It's like, we were in Canalave City on the complete other side of the region, and we still felt the Galactic Bomb, like, go off. We still felt like an aftershock for it, and heard it. It's like, how big must that have been? Okay, so we have one trainer left. We have one trainer left before Saturn. And Saturn is kind of cool. However, also, he doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in a couple of things. And I think you only fight him twice. You fight all the other... yeah, I think you fight the other... like, I think you fight Jupiter and Mars 3 times, but I'm pretty sure you only fight Saturn twice. Okay, so we just Psybeam, knock out the Omanite in a single hit. In comes Grottle. Grottle could be potentially threatening, but okay, it missed Leech Seed, so we are very safe now. I mean, it's not like Leech Seed would kill, but like, it would definitely be an annoyance. Okay, Squirtles has an Iron Defense, so it's not gonna do anything. And what's our last Pokemon? A Shelgon? Shelgon, kind of good, but also we are way too strong to be dealing with these grunts, so we just breeze past them. Okay, so with that is the last Galactic Grunt here dealt with. And what do you have to say? We're investigating the explosion, doesn't matter who we are, it's too late to make any difference. Things are going to get interesting because they're going to bring all of the legendary Pokemon to their headquarters in Veilstone. And also, as you can see by the grass here, we will be able to come back here at a later time to get an encounter. Also to get a Zelf, because... well, we do have a Legendaries episode to do at some point in this playthrough. Okay, so now we're gonna talk to Saturn and to battle him. It's like things are going well for them. And this is where this makes little to no sense to me. How does Saturn recognize us as the kid who raided the Galactic building in Eterna City? Like, surely, the only explanation I can think of is he saw it happen, like, on a camera. Like, maybe he was watching the camera in the building, and he was still in Veilstone. Because he was not in that building. At all. And he led with a Torterra, which is kind of scary. So we're just going to Psybeam. That did a little under half, but we got Confusion. Okay, just went straight for the Earthquake, and that's too much damage. I'm going to take a chance and swap out to Gliscor, assuming he's going to click Earthquake again. Okay, it hits itself in Confusion, that is very good. Now I can do Poison Jab. And it's going to Synthesis. Okay, maybe I can U-turn. This should be super effective. Okay, there goes Torterra. And I'm going to swap out to... Sceptile. I think Sceptile mostly just because it has decent coverage, and also, well, it's just fast, and I can still swap it if I need to. Okay, Relicanth comes in. So we have a quad effective stab, Leaf Blade, perfect for this Relicanth. And that should probably one-shot. Okay, Nelly. And that is a Salic Berry to raise its speed, but it misses its takedown. So now we just hit it with a Leaf Blade and bring down the Relicanth. There goes Relicanth, and what's his last Pokemon? A Slowking. Slowking is more specially defensive than physical, so I should be able to just Leaf Blade this. Does this thing have a Quick Claw or something? Okay, Quick Claw, Nasty Plot. Interesting. An interesting strategy from Saturn. And Leaf Blade, nearly one-shot, so second one will definitely finish it off. 10 out of 10, and that is Saturn defeated. Okay. I do like the kind of begrudging respect where he's like, you, my friend, are tough. And it's just like, man, how did I even, like, I'm a commander, and I managed to only buy time? But yeah, apparently we'll never be able to stem the flow of time. And also, this is the game's way of saying, hey, go to Lake Verity next. So he says Mars should have captured Pokemon in Lake Verity by now, which means that Jupiter has been sent up to Lake Acuity, which honestly I feel like is kind of a bad decision on Team Galactic's part, because she is absolutely the worst dressed to be going to like a snow place. But whatever. It's Pokemon, I don't think it really makes that much difference. And let's just quickly heal up and actually finally get our Twin Leaf Town encounter. I'm gonna surf for it and hopefully we can get something good. Although I feel like I am probably overdue for a really bad encounter. I said I was overdue for a bad encounter and a Regigigas just appears. You know what? So Regigigas is broken in this because it doesn't have slow start. So also I taught Wizpig Glare so I can make it easier to catch Pokemon now as well. However, catching a Regigigas is still going to be a massive pain. Now how do I whittle this thing down safely is the question. Okay, I'm going to swap to Stun. Also, yes, I do have 2 Master Balls that I could just use on this, but if possible, I would like to conserve those just on the off chance. However, if things start looking bad, I'll throw the Master Ball. No. Okay, we got 2. We got 2 shakes there. No. Also, I'm gonna say this now. I think I said earlier that I was going to be counting Regigigas in with the legendaries that only cost 1. However, now that I actually give it some thought, when it isn't held back by slow start, Regigigas is ridiculous. So basically I'm saying if I put Regigigas on the team, I'm counting it as one that takes 2 spaces instead of just 1. Because, well, I think it's like base 160. I think it's like base 160 attack, 110 in both defenses, and I think it's like 100 speed. Like, Regigigas is absurd. Okay, I'm gonna give this 10 more Pokeballs, and if it doesn't stay in, I'll just Master Ball, I think. No. Because at this point, I know I can catch it. Like, at this point, I know I can catch this without too much effort. It's just waiting for it to stay in the ball. Because, well, it seems like it's given up on the idea of actually just staying in or shaking at all. Okay, come on. 1. No. Because I know I can just Master Ball this thing. Okay, if Heracross gets in danger, if Heracross gets in danger, I'll just Master Ball it. No. I really just want to catch it in a normal ball, though. Because, oh no. Time to swap out. Kamazov should be okay, though. And yes, I know that I said I'm gonna leave it and just for a Master Ball, but at this point, I feel like I'm committed to it. and I might just fast forward. Like, I might just, like, put this on speed up, because otherwise this might take ages. Okay. I'll let it get to 20. I'll let it get to 20, and then I'll just mass up all up. Because this is taking forever, and I'm starting to be a bit conscious of it. But, like, I could stay here all day and do this. Like, I have plenty of Pokeballs available to me, game. Like, I have no shortage. 1, 2, 3, click. There we go. We now have a Regigigas. And that is huge. Quite literally, colossal. It's said to have made a Pokemon that looked like itself from a special ice mountain, rocks, and steel. And honestly, I'm just gonna fly back to Sandjam Town and have a look at this thing immediately. Obviously, it's not at high enough level to go on the team, because it's only level 29. But you know what? I'm more than happy with a Regigigas. Like, that is amazing. Okay. I'll heal on my way out. And, okay, so what do we have here? Regigigas. Bashful, so that's a balanced nature. Shell armor, so it can't get critted. Oh, this Regigigas might be more unkillable than Kyogre was. Because Kyogre had Solid Rock. But, like, this thing might be even more unkillable. Either way, like, these two, I'm gonna make an executive decision. I'm not like, both of them cost, like, both of them, if I put one of them on the team, I'm only allowed a maximum of 5 Pokemon. Yes, I'm fully aware that I've still chosen to only use 5 Pokemon so far anyway. But, like, I'm gonna say I'm not allowed both of them on the team at the same time. Mostly because I feel like if I overload my party with legendaries, it might be a bit too much, and I may just breeze the game. And, well, I don't want to breeze the game. I do want to have at least a bit of a challenge. Okay. Yep, what timing? After the legendary Pokemon, we have to go help Dawn. Of course we do. Because we're the protagonist, and, you know, Dawn is not the protagonist. Okay, so what do we have here? What do we have to fight? Because we have 2 double battles here. Our mission is to stall you. I like how that guy's like, sorry, but we have to do our job. Okay. Also, I don't think that's... Like, I kind of get where they're coming from, but that's also, like, a kind of... That's not a great way of looking at it. Like, we can only bring world peace by controlling the world. It's like, I kind of get the idea of where they're coming from, but, that's kind of a yikes. Okay, Psybeam doesn't do all that much. Double Edge. We have a Solar Rock, okay. And I'm just gonna keep Psybeaming the Azumarill, and I can... Yeah, I'll Twin Needle the Solar Rock, because it's... Yeah, that's super effective. Okay, and we have a Poison. I don't need to worry too much about the Azumarill, mostly because it doesn't have huge power, and it doesn't even have the threat of having huge power. Because I'm assuming that nothing in the game has had its original ability so far. Like, nothing's been randomized back to its original ability that I've seen. And, okay, that's a Weezing. On the off chance that this thing explodes, I want to swap out to Fizz, I think. Okay, Psybeam comes through and just one-shots. 10 out of 10, there goes Weezing. And there are 2 Team Galactic Grunts dealt with. Now we have 2 more Team Galactic Grunts to deal with. Also, fun little fact, you can completely avoid these trainers. Like if you ever just don't feel like fighting them, you can just surf around them. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well do another thing. Because that is a couple of other things I can do here. And by that I mean there's a TM I can go and pick up. And hopefully it'll be a good one. Because honestly, my TMs in this game so far have been pretty bad. Because I know that at each of the lakes there's a TM. Normally they're Thunder Punch, not Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and Ice Punch. They're normally Blizzard, Thunder, and Fire Blast. And that was a TM for Cross Chop, which could actually be kinda handy. I don't remember what TM62 is, but that's not too bad. Actually, if I go in here now, will it have the music? Because I like the music in here. Yes, it does. Also, there's currently no reason to be in here, but I do like the music here. And yes, I do appreciate the irony of the fact that I said, I like the music here, and then immediately got on my bike and changed the music. But yeah, you can just surf around these people, you don't have to fight them at all. However, I do need to fight them, because I said I'm going to, and I'm going to fight everybody that I can. Also, how hard would they have to hit my Pokemon to knock them into orbit? Like, I feel like that, like, I like the ambition. Like, I can respect the ambition, but I don't think they're gonna manage. Okay, I need to get rid of this Cacturn first, because it is a larger threat to my Grumpig. So, you know, a quad effective Twin Needles brings it down. Whizpig goes up to 43, Psybeam does a decent chunk of damage to Kabutops, Slash does not all that much, and we have a Lopunny, so I can now Psybeam and Brick Break, and we should be good to go. Okay, Kabutops lives this turn, Dizzy Punch does actually kind of a respectable amount of damage. But there goes the Lopunny, and with that is, okay, Stun goes up to level 44. Okay, and does the hit, however, we are now pretty much just locked in on easy win. Like, we are in easy win territory here, because, well, it's a 2v1. I shouldn't have said anything. I should never say anything. Okay, cover. They killed my Heracross. They killed my Heracross. Man, I was doing so well. I hadn't lost a single Pokemon in this playthrough so far. And then I killed my Heracross. Well, I guess I have to train up something new now. Okay, Camzot's, we're not teaching it Guillotine. Guillotine, either way, we're not teaching it. But that's the last move Gliscor actually learns by level up. Man, I'm really sad about that. I mean, I guess it's better than if I... Okay, it's not great, it's definitely not ideal, but I'd rather lose it to a slacking than something garbage. Okay, Team Galactic, they're taking Pokemon up the lake, and Dawn couldn't beat this person because, well, have you even trained your Pokemon? Like, we never get to fight Dawn, so we actually don't know. Okay, so yeah, they're talking about the Windworks, they caught a whole bunch of trouble for it, and yeah, they introduced us off again. No, I think this is also the only time the game refers to the player character and Dawn or player character and Lucas as, like, potentially being a couple, because, one, they've barely talked, and two, that would just kind of be weird. And let's just fight Mars and be on our way. Okay, leads with an Omastar, so I'm gonna swap straight out to Gax. Just swap straight to Sceptile, goes for Brine, which does nothing. Okay, Protect. Saves itself for one turn, but now I can just hit it with a Leaf Blade, and there goes. And that should probably just one-shot. 10 out of 10, and there goes the Omastar. What is up next? A Tyranitar. Sure would be nice if I had a certain bug type, a certain bug fighting type still alive. That would have been nice. Okay. Okay, a Tyranitar level 46. I'm just gonna Water Pulse it. I'll Water Pulse it and then Surf next turn. Goes for Crunch. That was a lot of damage. But now I can just finish it off with Surf. Okay. Tyranitar remains being threatening because, you know, it's a Tyranitar. And what's her last Pokemon? Alakazam? I can just knock this off. Actually, no, wait, I don't even need to hit it with knockoff. I can U-turn. I can just U-turn out. Okay, sets up Sandstream, so I'm protected a bit. Okay, he goes for Calm Mind, so it wastes its one turn of life that it has. Because now we just U-turn, and probably just one-shot it. 10 out of 10, there goes the Alakazam. And I'll call that a success. And they are rightfully mad about that. They lost again. First of the Windworks, and now here, that's 2. That's 2, Mars. You only battle us one more time in this game, I think. Okay, their mission was to transport the Pokemon to HQ, and, well, they've done that, so, off they go. Thanks to Saturn's grandstanding at Lake Valor, Cavan appeared here. Okay, and that's where Maspero was. Maspero appeared too, probably go help its friends. Yeah, like, they really kind of messed up Azelf. Maspero being of emotion, Azelf being of willpower, Yuxi being of intelligence. Why did we send our rival of one where the being of intelligence was? Hello? Professor Rowan, did you think of that one? Okay, so yeah, Team Galactic has plans for them. So we basically catch Professor Rowan up on what happened at Lake Valor. Now we just, you know, go on about this, and basically it's, yeah, what's going on at Lake Acuity? Is Barry okay? The answer is yes, he'll be fine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is tragically put the first Pokemon in the playthrough into the Death Box. And I hate it. I hate having to do this, because this is the first loss. But, honestly... Okay, so, you know what? No, it's not just getting the standard deposit. It's getting the move Pokemon treatment. So, okay, Giratina, I'm gonna need you to take care of Stun, and... Man, I'm gonna miss this Heracross. I'm gonna miss this Heracross a lot. And... Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll keep Hutu on the team. And there is a reason I came back to Auberg, and that's because in the last episode, you may remember, you may remember in the last episode, I picked up a skull fossil. And, well, that's one of the fossils I haven't used yet, so I might as well see what my potential encounter is for this. So while I have a spot in the party open, and also in between episodes, I will probably train up a new Pokemon to take Sun's place. I don't know what it'll be, but it'll probably be something. Okay, so let's just give this guy the skull fossil, leave, and come back immediately. But yeah, I don't know, I'll figure out what my new Pokemon's gonna be. This is a Kadabra. Okay, Kadabra is really nice. Let's have a quick look at it real quick. Level 20. Modest. Ooh, we just got a modest Kadabra. That's extremely powerful. Thick Fat isn't actually too bad for an ability. It doesn't do anything to help of its, like, non-existent physical defense. But, like, it could be worse. Okay, so I'm gonna fly on up to Celestic Town and end off today's episode. Because in the next episode we're gonna be making our way all the way up to Snow Point City. And, well, that could take a little while. There's a few trainers. Usually in my Nuzlocke, I do lose a couple of Pokemon on my way up here. So, bit worried about that, not gonna lie. And we can put Kadabra into the box. And I also need to figure out what I'm gonna do in order to replace my Heracross. So yeah. I have a little bit of grinding to do for one Pokemon, maybe two, before I you know, do the next episode. So I'm just going to quickly drop a save here, yeah, and end off today's episode. So we basically just did everything at Lake Valor, did everything at Lake Verity, and in the next episode we're going to be heading on up to Lake Acuity, and also I'll be introducing a new party member, or maybe two. I haven't decided yet. I'll figure that one out when I figure that one out. I don't know exactly what that Pokemon replacing Heracross will be, but hopefully it'll fit into the team nicely. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, later.